this video. In this video, we are diving into the fascinating world of data scraping. Specifically, how can you extract data from the web and bring it directly into Excel? Data scraping, also known as web scraping, is a powerful technique for gathering large amounts of information from websites, applications, or documents. By organizing this data in a structured format like spreadsheet or database, you can perform in-depth analysis, creating insightful reports, or even integrate it with other systems. We'll go over the basic steps of data scraping, common techniques used, and ethical considerations to keep in mind. But here's the exciting part. I'll be showing you how to use Excel's built-in tools for data scraping. Excel's Get and Transform feature, also known as Power Query, makes it incredibly easy to import data from websites, filter it, and shape it right within your worksheet. We'll also touch on other advanced techniques like using APIs and XML maps. You'll have everything you need to gather and analyze web data with Excel. So let's get started. Well, Excel has two powerful features that can help you to scrape data from other sources. These features are Get External Data and New Query, commonly known as Excel Power Query. These features can be found on the upper top left corner of your spreadsheet. The Get External Data and the New Query data. Now, these two features, they will allow you to import and manipulate data from external sources, enabling a robust data analysis. As you can see, you can get data from Access, you can get data from the web, you can get text data from a text document or from other sources, with a variety displayed in the Office dialog box. You can also connect your spreadsheet to some other sources, and this will enable you to import the data. Now, again, we have a new query, also known as the Excel Power Query. This one also enables you to import data or scrape data from different sources, be it from a file, be it from a database, be it from sources like Azure, or from some other sources that you want to import the data. You can also combine queries. So generally, these two features enables you to scrape data from different sources for data manipulation and analysis. Now, let us discuss them one by one. So let us start with the Get External Data, this one over here. So this feature is useful if you want to import data from external sources, basically a data that is not in your worksheet or workbook. So this feature will enable you to import the data for further data cleaning, data manipulation and analysis, even modeling. So to start with, the Get External feature provides you with a dynamic or a number of sources you can get or import data from. You can import data from Access, from the web, a text data, or from other sources, and even existing connections. So let us do an example by importing a text data. So what you'll do, you'll go to a sheet that you want to have your data in. So in this case, I've opened a new sheet. Then you go to the tab data. When you click on data, it's going to provide you these two features: get external data and new query data. Now I'll click on my get external data. I'll choose text because I want to import a text data. Now it's going to give me, it's going to redirect me. So depending on where I saved my data, like in this case, I'd like to import a data from a folder data science. So I will go to my original folder, or I'll go to where you'll go to where you've saved your data. In this case, mine is data science. I click on it. I click on the notes. Then I click on the data that I want to import. So in this case, it's a CSV, a comma separated values. Then you do your settings. So in this case, mine are comma delimited. I'll keep the setting. Do I have to do I want my data to have headers? Yes, I want them to have headers. I click on next. So now this will depend on your data. The settings will depend on your data. So you can have delimited as a tab, as a comma, a space, and you can see the settings being affected. So you click on next. Column data, that is it. Then finish. So where do I want my data to be? I can pick a range of cells. Then I click OK. The data is being imported. Now I have my data. Now in this case, my data is a CSV file, but you can also import a text file using the same procedure. Understood? Okay, let's continue. In most cases, you'll be having your data connected to some other sources. Some of the sources could be a different SQL server, or a source that provides analysis. So basically, you can also import data from other sources, and and Excel gives you options, the different sources that you can import data from. You can also import maps. You can import basically what you're seeing here is what you can do with Excel get external data. So you'll be getting external data from other sources depending on where you want to get your data. We might not explore all of these options, but it's now upon you to try and explore all these options, knowing that Excel can enable you to get data from different sources. Now Excel can also allows you that the get data feature can also allow you to get data from existing connections. You find that companies normally connect their databases with other sources. This one, you can also, Excel allows you to get the data from the existing connections. You can get a workbook, you can get a file from a given network, or even from your own computer. So because I don't have a connection in my computer, it will not allow me to get the data. You can see no connection found, but you have an option of browsing for existing connections. So depending on where you've connected your databases, you can basically import data from those databases. So I want to go ahead to explore these options because I'm not interested in getting data from any of these connections. Okay, Okay, so let's proceed. I'll cancel this one and cancel that one too. Now the get external data feature has the power to enable you to import data from other sources like the Access. So if you're having a data that you've stored from Microsoft Access database, you can basically import that data. In this case, you'll go to tab as usual, get external data. Now choose your Access because you want to get data from that database, and it's going to redirect you to where you have saved your data. So in this case, I have different folders over here where if I could have saved the data in this in one of these folders, I could have easily gotten my data. So in this case it won't work because I don't have any data stored in Excel database, but basically that is how you can import data from using Excel, the get external data feature from Access database. So hoping that one has been understood. Let us go on to the next feature, which is the new query or the Excel Power Query feature. Now this new query feature is an inbuilt function or inbuilt feature that enables you to basically clean and transform data. It is an advanced engine. It is a powerful engine that will enable you to manipulate data in Excel after importing it from different sources. So it will enable you to define and customize the, how data is imported and transformed. The new query feature. With this feature, you can combine multiple data sources. That is, you can pull data from several sources and blend them for analysis. In this case, I can import different files or other files from Excel workbook, CSV files, HTML, from texts, or even files saved in the folder, and I can be able to combine the multiple sources in one spreadsheet. Now this feature also enables you to perform data cleaning and restructuring the data, that is shaping the data so that you can have that geometric intuition towards data analysis and modeling your data. Now most importantly, this feature also enables you to load data into a worksheet or a data model. That is, you'll either have to place the data in your Excel worksheet or load it into a data model. So let us explore the new query feature. So to start with, you're going to pick, you'll have a new worksheet, click on a cell, go to data, it's going to give you the two features. Go to the new query, then I want to select I want to import my data from a file. So depending on the formatting of the file and where the file is, I want to download my data from workbooks. So I'll click on workbook, but remember you can also import a CSV, an XML, text file, or a file from a folder. But for now, let me pick from workbook. So where's my workbook? Downloads. I will pick, let me choose this DXML file, then you click on import. So it's going to give you, display this dialog box whereby you have the options of probably do some settings depending on your needs. So you can go to open file as. I want it to be an Excel workbook. So this is what the data is being displayed. You can manipulate the data from here and then you load it directly to Excel. By manipulating the data, I mean you can do some cleaning, you can remove duplicates, you can remove errors, you can split the column, you can format the text. All that you're going to see later, but for now you're dealing with importing the data. So after you have imported your data, you now go, after you have imported the data, probably do some cleaning and manipulation, go to close and load. So I'll choose close and load to, and I say I want it in the existing worksheet. So you can pick the range where you want the cell to be, and Excel does this automatically for you. And if you want to add the data to a data model, probably you are doing modeling, you can. But because I'm not doing any modeling, I'll basically click load. And there I have my data. So remember we said the Power Query allows you to combine multiple data or multiple files. Now let us see how you can do this. You just click on the next cell. As usual, go to data, Power Query, choose the file I want to pick, a workbook. Where did I save it? Under downloads. So let me pick this money, banking and finance data. Import it. So which columns or which table do I want? Let me say I just want this table, but you can also choose multiple tables. So in this case, I only want that one table. So no item selected. Okay, let me pick that one table. Then again, you can see the table. You go to close and load. If you want it in a new worksheet or in the same worksheet, choose close and load to. Then you can select either new worksheet or existing. So I want to combine these two data, so I'll pick existing. If I want to have the data in a new worksheet, I'll pick new worksheet. If I want to model the data, I'll add it into the model. If not, I leave it. So I leave that dialog box as it is, and I click load. Now you see my data has been added. So that is the power of Excel Power Query. You can load multiple data from different sources and you have them in one worksheet for more analysis and data modeling. So I'm going to delete all this data and we see how we can import data from other different sources using the Power Query option. So well, you can get, as we've discussed, you can get from workbook, you can get a CSV file, that is, you can import data from a CSV file. Let me try to import that weather data. It's basically the same procedure. As you can see, this is my data. I can do some cleaning and transformation before importing it, but the main point here is importing the data set. So I can close and load. So again, let me delete this one because you're done with the illustration. Let me delete it. I picked should be all, then delete. Okay, that's done. So again, you can import data from folder. The procedure is the same. You go to data, you go to your new query feature. From file, so you can import an XML text, you can import data from your folder, click it, enter the path, or you can choose to browse, and will basically import the data. So I'm not going to import anything for now because the procedure is the same and there's not need of repeating everything. So basically the new query allows you to import data from different sources, multiple data, could be from a file, could be from a database, and these are the options that again you have. If the database is in Postgre, MSQL, Oracle, IBM, you can import data from Azure, you can import data from other sources like from the web, SharePoint, and all that, name it. If it's from the web, you are going to be required to enter the URL, assuming so let me enter an URL. Say I want to import climate data. I'll enter the URL, click OK. Then it's going to fetch you the data and you use the same procedure. Now in my case, it seems I have an issue with my SSL and TSL security, so I'll do some editing, but basically that is the step. So you can also combine queries, you can do merging, you can append. It's an all-in-one shop store. So that is the power of Excel when it comes to scraping data. You can use the get external data, you can use the new query feature. So these are two useful features that as an analyst, as a scientist, you can use to scrape data, manipulate them, and load them into Excel. Hoping that is okay. If you have any questions, you can forward them, but that's it. Today's video was majorly focusing on get external data and a new query, which makes Excel a powerful data management tool with the possibilities of importing data from multiple sources, reshaping the data, preparing the data, and transforming it for a more detailed analysis and model. So we are going to practice more of this in our subsequent lessons using the data query feature. After importing the data, we're going to do a little bit of cleaning and loading, but that is saved for our subsequent lessons. That is for now. Bye bye. See you later. Thank you.